This is what $900,000 gets you in Southern California. And this is what the same $900,000 gets you in Denver. Same budget, but completely different lifestyle. All right, if you're coming from California, especially Southern California, this is where things start to seriously feel unreal. Because on paper, $900,000 sounds like a lot of money. But depending on where you're coming from, $900,000 doesn't feel like a lot of money, especially when you're talking about home prices. I mean, seriously, it is weird how money changes over the years. When I first moved to Colorado 20 years ago, I bought a home for $315,000, and I thought that was expensive. I couldn't even imagine ever buying a home for $500,000. Nowadays in Denver, that's kind of on the cheaper end of homes. Well, at least you're probably not gonna get a single family home for that in some of the areas that you may want. You probably get a good condo or a good townhome for that, but it's just crazy. So $900,000 is definitely a lot of money, but you're gonna get a lot of house for that kind of money. And that's what I'm gonna show you, or are you? That's what I'm gonna show you as well. Oftentimes, older homes, 1950s or beyond, although that can possibly be the case in Colorado as well. Smaller square footage, certainly. Good likelihood that the home will need an update or two, although we have plenty of older homes in Denver as well that have needs of updates. Now, don't get me wrong, you are paying for location. But purely from a home standpoint, you're making some compromises. Now, let's take that same $900,000 and drop it into Denver. All right, so what does that actually mean? It means oftentimes newer construction, look around me, homes that are oftentimes 3,000 plus square feet, larger lots, finished basements, and sometimes even mountain views. You're not just buying a home, you're buying space, flexibility, a totally different day-to-day experience, a lifestyle.
So here's the real comparison. California equals location-driven value. Denver equals lifestyle and space value. There it is.
And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I firmly believe in lifestyle first when choosing your home. But truthfully, neither of these is wrong. It's just that you have to understand that California is not Denver and Denver's not California. They are just very different from each other. And this is when I see people have that moment. When they realize they're not just changing markets, they're changing the way they live. Now, this doesn't mean that Denver is automatically better. I mean, heck, there's no ocean here. I got this lake. The weather patterns are different here. The vibe is different here. It's not as vibrant as it is, especially in Southern California. It's a little laid back here. And you know what? There's no round table pizza. Oh, God, I miss round table pizza. And oh my gosh, don't even get me started on the Mexican food here. It's decent, but there's nothing in comparison, especially to Southern California. Street tacos or nachos, they're so good. I miss the Southern California tacos so much. I've yet to find a good equivalent taco here in the Denver area. And by the way, if you already live in Denver and you know of a good taco, please DM me immediately so I can have this taco, because I miss my Southern California tacos. Oh, okay, I'm back on track. So if what you're really looking for is more space, more breathing room, a different lifestyle. This is why so many people move here to Denver. This is Colorado living. Okay, listen to this. When I moved to Denver 20 years ago, I had all sorts of expectations. Things I based solely on my experiences from California. Well, soon enough, I realized Colorado was super different. And that's how you're gonna be too. $900,000 to $900,000 is not pennies to pennies, it's apples to oranges. You may be surprised to find out what you can actually get with your budget, because a low budget California home oftentimes gets you way more home here in Colorado. You'll be like, wait, I can get this with my budget? And then the conversation shifts from if we're gonna move to where should we land? All right, guys, let me pause for just a moment to introduce myself. There is more to come. My name is Ray. I am a local real estate agent in the Denver area, and this is what I do. If you're planning to move to the Denver area, even if it's a year from now, and you want some guidance as to where to start, please reach out, no pressure. I'm happy to help. And if you want my free relocation guide, just comment below free and I will make sure you get a digital copy of it. All right, let's get back into it. All right, guys, the biggest mistake you can make is thinking $900,000 is the same anywhere in Colorado. We all know better, but we sometimes fall into this trap. And needless to say, you're going to get more bang for your buck in certain cities in the Denver metro area. And other areas, you're gonna be like, this is kind of what I could have gotten in Los Angeles for this kind of money. So let's go take a look, see what we got. All right, guys, here's another one. This is also $899,000, and this is in Boulder, Colorado. So you've seen some of the other homes we've been looking at, but why is this one also $899,000? And it's only 1,512 square feet. That's considerably smaller. So what are you paying for? Let's go take a look and then we'll talk about it some more. Let's go. You are right up on the foothills here. This is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from this nature of Boulder. All right, well, this is a great example of location, and I mean that, guys. If you want to be in a convenient location, this townhome is walkable to literally everything. You've got trails, you've got Chautauqua Park, you've got Pearl Street, you've got everything accessible. You can walk down and get a coffee, you can do some shopping, you can go to a great restaurant. It's all walkable from this place right here. And that's why $900,000 doesn't necessarily mean the same no matter where you go. So let's go take a look at another one and we'll compare again. All right, guys, and here's yet another one. We are out in Aurora, Colorado. This is on the east side of Denver, and you're close to the airport and all that stuff. This is a brand new house, 2026, almost 4,600 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. Look at this garage, okay? So these are the choices you have. Obviously, what I'm trying to tell you, I'll say it once again, $900,000 is not the same anywhere you go around town. You're gonna get something pretty big, phenomenal, brand new out here on the east side of town. And you know what? This same house somewhere else in Denver might be $1 million house. It's just area. There's nothing wrong with this area. In fact, this is a up and coming neighborhood called Aurora Highlands, and it's a pretty cool neighborhood. I'll do a highlight later and we'll check it out. But there it is. All right, guys, here's another one. This is built in 1955. It's about 3,500 square feet. See a 1-car garage. Looks like it has two garages, which is kind of cool. So this is an older house, different style. Also $890,000, just right under that $900,000 mark we're looking at. So let's go take a look inside.
So here's the bottom line, guys. As we talked about, $900,000 is not the same anywhere in town in the Denver area. In Boulder, you generally can have a higher price point because you're right up, literally right snuggled against the foothills. And everything you could think of. You've got the college here. You've got restaurants, nice restaurants. You've got easy access into the Rocky Mountains. It's just a different lifestyle in Boulder, Colorado. And that townhome that we just walked through, that is a lot smaller than you can get in some of the suburbs. But there's reason for it. You're not necessarily paying for the home. You're paying for the location of the home. And that's the takeaway here. And that's like that anywhere you buy a home, right? You buy a small home that happens to be right on a beach in California, of course it's going to be more expensive than a small home that's in Pasadena of the same size, okay? It just is what it is.
All right, guys, my name is Ray. I am a local real estate agent here in the Denver area, and this is what I do. I focus on lifestyle first living and finding the home that fits you and your family's lifestyle the best. If that's something you're interested, reach out. I'm happy to help in any way I can. In the meantime, follow my channel. You don't want to miss anything. I do neighborhood tours and I focus on what it's really like to live in the Denver area. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great day. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.